Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. It's episode number 43, and today we are returning with perhaps the biggest episode of this series, both legs of our Champions League quarter-final against Manchester City, first at home and then away, and sandwiched in between that, a tricky test away at Udinese as we try and stay in this Serie A title race. Before we get to the games though, shall Brush be getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw us progress to the quarterfinals with the 1-1 draw against Atletico in Spain to win the tie 5-2 over two legs, and our first ever victory against Lazio, the only Serie A team remaining in the series we were yet to beat until the last episode. Going away from home, beating them by 3-0, and what a statement that was to show Roma we are not giving up our crown that easy. Just a one game off camera, and as you can see, another win for Brescia, 3-1 against newly promoted Torino, right now sat in the relegation zone, so this was to be a banker and an easy victory for us, which it was. Eddie Salcedo bagging a brace in this game. What a second half of the season he's had. He's totally turned it around after a struggling first half of the season, and Del Monte scored as well with 15 minutes to go in a 3-1 victory. By the way, as well, real briefly guys, I am going to give you some bad news just before we start today's episode off properly. I'm a little bit concerned about my Mac right now. Now, I know the jokes I get about the Mac and how bad it is for the fact it can't handle the 3D graphics. I get that. But I'm going to be honest here, FM has been crashing for me a lot, and occasionally I'll start the game up, I'll load the game up, and even just going through the menus as I am right now, even just doing this, it lags like crazy. I don't know what is going on, but I'm starting to wonder if perhaps you take a look at the league table here with 5 points behind Roma still, but they do have the game in hand, of course, with 10 games remaining for us and 11 for them. We are 6 points clear of Lazio in 5th, and also, what's that, 12 points clear of Atalanta in 6th, so I'd say Europa League football now is all but guaranteed at the very lowest. But yeah, my Mac, I've had it for 8 years. It's been an absolute beast, a total machine. Like, it's handled daily video recording, editing, exporting, rendering, you know, for 8 years. That's pretty impressive, man, but I'm now starting to wonder whether possibly it's on its last legs. If that happens and it gives up the ghost completely, I don't know what will happen, but yeah, starting to be a little bit fearful because, again, FM has been crashing like crazy for me, and again, even just going through the menu sometimes lags like an absolute bitch. Like, honestly, man, I've had to shut down the Mac and reboot it again to load up FM and have my fingers crossed that next time I load it, it'll be okay. For now, it's okay, and yeah, let's dive into it. First of 3 games today is indeed the first leg against Man City. Just a one thing to report before we dive into it as well. We have had a youth intake, but as I always say, I know the jokes, but seriously, don't get too excited, man. Yeah, there's very few good players. In fact, these are the 3 players we're not signing, as they haven't got the quality. But the players that came in from this batch of youngsters, they're probably the worst we've had since the save began, and that is saying something. Where is our best youth graduate this year? There he is, Andrea Bonomi. Yeah, I'm not overly confident this guy is going to be challenging Armenian Parola in several years' time. But again, we had a youth intake, there's no one really worth talking about, so there you go. Yeah, first of 3 is indeed Man City. Let's dive into it then. First leg of Challenger quarterfinal. I really can't see us pulling off the shock and making the semis, but I couldn't see us getting past Atletico, and we won the tie 5-2, so you never know. Heading to the game now, as you can see, we've got a bit of an injury crisis in a key area. Getty is down, but don't worry about it, actually better to play him anyway. Nicola Muru is down with sprained knee ligaments. He's out for 2 to 5 weeks. He'll miss all 3 games today. And Emerson is suspended for the first leg as well. So on the weekend, with no Emerson and Muru, I played Pascucci, who you might have noticed, I talked about him last season very briefly. This is a young teenager that came out of the academy, 19 years old. He's got some decent stats, and particularly in the areas I care about most, as you can see, 15 determination, 19 teamwork, and 14 work rate as well. But is this guy going to be able to cope with Man City's high-powered offense at left-back for us? I highly doubt it, but we're throwing Mattia in at the deep end. He did get the assist for Del Monte's goal on the weekend, but I'm not too confident he'll be able to stand up to the challenge tonight. Anyway, this is our team. Gegenpress system, Orderi in goal, but 4 of Pascucci, Parola, Armenian De Pauli, with Storaro, Moji, and Viviani through the middle. Salcedo and Del Monte, the inside forwards, and Franchi is up top still. On the bench, Mola, Sistano, Barbieri, Bisoli, Zaccagni, Esposito, not going to risk him, and Patagna as well. First of 3, it's Man City at home in the first leg for Brescia. Yeah, we haven't seen Esposito since he went down. Oh, God. Pascucci, good luck, son. Bernardo Silva, Foden, Sterling, Jesus with De Bruyne and De Jong sitting deeper. Max Aaron's on the overlap. Ouch, I feel for the 19-year-old tonight. Yeah, we haven't seen Esposito since the first leg against Atletico when he went down very early on. and I'm not going to risk him in this game. I'm going to play him against Udinese on the weekend and start him in that one, unless Franchi goes ham tonight and scores like a hat-trick or whatever. But I'm very concerned about Sebastiano, man. Any chance of us catching up to Roma depends on him coming back and firing on all cylinders. I don't want to rush him back too soon. First highlight falling to Brescia, though, as Salcedo, who's been capitalising on Sebastiano being on the sidelines, heads that Storaro corner just over. Still 0-0, but a good start here. 18 minutes in, Piscucci standing up to the challenge so far. But a corner for Man City, which is headed off the line by who? I'm not entirely sure. It might have been Piscucci, you know, as De Pauli cleared it completely, and Aarons is booked here after taking down French. Who was that? It was Piscucci that was on the line, but Parola, I think, also might have got a nick on the ball as well. Silva whipped it in. De Jong got up there, and I think it might have been Parola, actually, that made the last-ditch interception to get it on to the woodwork. Anyway, it's still 0-0, and, well, I thought it was Piscucci coming up big there after I doubted his ability earlier. Still 0-0, half an hour in, and at the moment we're standing firm here. And a corner for Brescia, and we are so good from set pieces. Stefano whips one in, and Del Monte heads just wide of Ederson's left-hand post. Still 0-0. This has been a very even first half here, and this game could go either way, but I think if Man City do get the first goal, then we're going to start to struggle a little bit. Aarons comes inside and finds De Jong inside the centre circle. Great ball to Sterling down left-hand side. De Pauli comes across to meet him, blocks the cross, and is second to the loose ball. But Man City get it back here. And if they do get the away goal, I'm worried that the floodgates will open. De Jong to Tagliafico. Whipped into the far post. A great clearance by Piscucci initially. And then Sterling turns the rebound over. Still 0-0. Can we see out the first half with our clean sheet intact? Well, we're also going for it on the other end as well with Franchi crossing. And Salcedo! Should have scored. Should have scored. Free header, far post, headed it over. Won't get a better chance than that. What an opportunity. Still, we've played well out there. We've played really, really well out there. I thought by now we'd be 2 goals down, but instead, I'm going to say to the boys at the break here, calmly, keep it calm. Unlucky boys, things just haven't gone right for us so far, and that's done fuck all. There's a lot more to come from you, and I believe you've got what it takes. I'll say the same to Franchi and the boys in the back line as well. Second half to begin, I feel confident here. Pellegrini just stepped onto the field for Phil Foden. And as we're still deadlocked at 0-0, there is a corner here for Brescia. Oh, yes, he's gone in! But no, the lino's not moving, it's not going to count. It's not going to count. Offside, and it's not going to stand. Salcedo was the man in the offside position. It was Tagliafico actually turned it into his own goal there. Cross the back stick, Franchi wins the header, and yeah, it's the right decision. VAR gets it spot on. Salcedo was in offside position. Whilst he didn't turn in himself, he probably pushed Tagliafico into the ball as it rippled into the back of the net. Still 0-0. That was the chance. I thought we'd just gone in front, but instead, with 25 minutes to go, Man City have the opportunity themselves to find a way goal. It's given away as Salcedo wins back and finds Del Monte. Franchi. Oh, shocking finish. Should have had at least one tonight. And now Piscucci, who's really held his own all game long, has got to deal with Haaland stepping onto the pitch. Bernardo Silva couldn't beat him, and now they're calling on the Scandinavian to try and stop our 19-year-old from ensuring we'll get a credible clean sheet. 14 minutes to go. We're going for this here. Mergier to Salcedo. Give it Piscucci. Give it Piscucci. Oh, the kid. So close. It's time. Esposito, bring him on for the final few minutes. First bit of football for him since the injury he got against Atletico. Going to bring on Basoli for some captain's experience as well. For Mergier's played very well, so Storaro too. I'll bring off Mergier for Basoli as we look to see how what will be a very credible clean sheet. And going back to the Etihad Stadium, if we score, they'll need 2. Oh no. But we've conceded quite a few late goals this season and a chance for another. And if they score from this will be heartbreaking. Ferro sends it to Haaland, flicks on Jesus, scores. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. 40 seconds and City have won it. Ferro chips it over the top and Haaland's always going to beat the kid in the air. Jesus loses Parola and drills it past Ordera. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We don't need a second replay, FM. We were so close. So close. And a goal disallowed. Hit the woodwork through the kid. Oh, man. We're still in it, though. I can't fault you for your effort. Nobody expected us to win, but you gave it everything. So unlucky, man. And Pascucci won it for us. I would have gone ballistic. But Jesus' stoppage time winner ensures that we'll need at least one at the Etihad Stadium, of course. Absolutely gutted. I thought we were going to hold on to the clean sheet, man. We were so close. And the Serie A results there as well. Juve thrashed Ascoli and Inter thrashed Sassuolo as well. So in the league table, those two boys playing catch-up to us and Roma, and now 2 points behind us in what is still a very tight and congested top four. Gutted. Honestly, I'm absolutely gutted. We were so close to a 0-0. That would be massive for us. I know Pascucci was beat in the air for Haaland's little flick on there, but come on, the Norwegian's like 6'4", and how tall is Mattia? How tall is Mattia? 5'9". I mean, he was never going to win that battle, especially with 6 jumping and 9 strength as well. Oh, he stood up to the challenge so well, man. He did so well. He forced Bernardo Silva off because he just wasn't playing well enough. Oh, gutted for the kid. He so almost won it as well, man. So close. Still moving into the second of 3 games today, and I won't mind too much about that defeat if we can bounce back here with a win against Udinese and keep the pressure on Roma, who they themselves today have got a very tough fixture indeed. Roma are away at Inter Milan, who right now sit in 3rd place. Juve are also kicking off late with us tonight. They're actually at 6 PM before us, away against Cagliari. And did Cagliari do us a favour? They did indeed. Harvey Elliott with a 96-minute leveller, giving us a big boost there with Juve slipping out. So it's Inter versus Roma. We'll keep our eyes on that as the game's getting played, and we're away at Udinese. If Inter can beat Roma and we can win, then we'll cut the gap to 2 points with 9 games to go. Although, of course, Roma will still have the game in hand. Forza Inter and Forza Brescia. So into the game, we'll stick with the Gegenpress, but this will be our team. Prola is suspended for the game. Yuri's still out. Salcida's a little bit unfit after the clash in midweek, so he'll be on the bench for this game, and this will be our team. So they're in goal, but for us, Emerson coming back in, Sistano, Armini, De Pauli, with De Sisto, Mergier and Viviani, Franchi and Picardi on the wings, and Esposito, first start since the Atletico Madrid game, up top. On the bench, Mola, Papetti, Bonifazi, Pascucci, Barbieri, Storaro, Basoli, Dalmonte, Zaccagni, Salcedo, Borelli, and Patagna as well. Second of 3, Udinese away. Forza Brescia, let's keep the pressure on Roma. Yeah, Udinese have got literally nothing to play for. They're going to be safe. There's no danger of them going down. They're not going to make a late run for European football either. So ultimately, there's a lot more riding on this game for us than them, of course. But we have had problems with Udinese before, especially away from home. What's going to happen today as Mergier crosses and Franchi loses out in the air, and away come the hosts. We've struggled against them a few times in this series, and we've got a goal down 2 minutes in. Brian Brobby going coast to coast, and it's the worst possible start. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Golden chance for Brescia to put the pressure on. And unfortunately, we've made a terrible start, and this is not the way we wanted to bounce back after the loss in midweek. Piaka's cross, it's 2. My goodness, Davi Calabria heads in the cross. 3 minutes in, we're 2 goals down. Oh my word. Show some passion, lads. I mean, come on, show some passion. Seriously? Come on. What an awful, awful start. Any chance of us catching up to Roma depends on us winning this game. And we're 2-0 down inside the first 5 minutes. Instant response. Otherwise, I can't see us getting back in this one. Musso clears long. Get on the deck by Emerson. First time through ball to Franchi, who tries to cross and it will deflect back to Mergier. Need a goal now. Need a goal before the 20-minute mark, I'd say, to try and get ourselves back in this one. De Pauli inside the area, crosses, Francis at the far post, heads over the bar, still 2-0. Well, if we lose this game and Roma win, then I'll say with certainty the best we can do is top 4. But, my goodness, Udinese with nothing to play for and us with everything to play for. And what a total... Oh. Embarrassment. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Chance to cut the gap to Roma to 2 points. And we're 2-0 down against a mid-table side with nothing to play for. And we could be 3-0 down right before the break. Sistana heads clear. We'll drop straight to Rogic, who picks it up here. As the hosts look for a third goal in a game, and in a half I should say, where they've been the far superior team. We haven't done anything. And Brobby should have made it 3, and Odera made an incredible double save. Although the flag was up, so the second shot wouldn't have counted anyway. What on earth was that? I don't get aggressive, but I need to. You're much better than this, but you're not playing like it. Stop letting yourselves down and sort it out. Second half to begin. Is it time for Pascucci? We'll leave him on the bench for now, but second half to begin. Get an early goal before the 60-minute mark and there's a chance, but fail to score, and obviously the game's over. And Inter have gone a goal up on Roma as well, so we are spurning the chance to cut it to 2 in embarrassing fashion. Piaka's shot off the line by De Pauli, second tries to post. This is embarrassing. I think the flag might have been up for offside anyway there, but regardless, we weren't to know that. Come on, 25 minutes to go, get a goal, and we can at least salvage something from this game. Franchi, down the left-hand side. He's got Bacardi to his right, and he'll go for a goal for himself, and oh my word, what a goal. This guy this season's been incredible. 19 years old, 16th of the year, Brescia back in it. Well, that's worth showing you a laggy replay for. Murcia knocks in the ball out wide, steps in from the left. Bacardi and Esposito are in the middle, but Claudio said, sod those two, I'll do it myself. First season here at Brescia, and he has been absolutely phenomenal. 2-1, 24 minutes to go, and I'd take a point from being 2-0 down, but we need another. Right, let's get the ball on the deck, play as high as we can in terms of our tempo. Get the boys more expressive, and we'll push our defensive and line of engagement lines as much as we can. Play the offside trap, get stuck in as well, and see if we can't impose ourselves even further on this game and look for a leveller. Game's not over yet, but we need someone to step up out there and put the ball in the back of the net. And there is a highlight here with De Pauli throwing it in to Matteo Viviani. He'll get it straight back from our number 8. He's got one man to beat, and crossing into the middle. And Franchi couldn't win it in the air. It will drop to Bacardi. Chance remains alive. Emerson's all alone down left-hand side there. Oh, just over. Now or never. Now or never. And we don't get the chance. It's over. Any chance to win the title hinged on us getting a result in this game. We couldn't even manage a point. Back-to-back losses for Brescia after such an amazing run of form. It's all falling apart right towards the end of the campaign. And Inter scored a late winner against Roma as well. Unbelievable. How we won that game, the gap would have been 2. It remains at 5, and Roma still have the game in hand as well. Talk about your missed opportunities. And on Sunday, there are a couple of fixtures worth keeping your eyes on. Napoli at home to Parma should be a banker. Atalanta away at Torino should be a banker. And Lazio versus Milan at 6 PM as well. Well, as you see, Napoli and Atalanta both got wins in their games. I think Napoli are far too many points behind now, to be fair, to catch us. Yeah, 12 points behind with 9 games to go. They do have the game in hand, though, to be fair, so still could catch up. But as for Lazio and Milan, we need Milan to do us a favour there. And they did indeed take points off Lazio at the Stadio Olimpico. So we're 5 points clear of Lazio in 5th place right now. So we, you know, unless we have a total choke towards the end of the campaign, we should be able to keep ourselves in the top 4, especially with the game in hand on Juve as well. But yeah, it's I think top 4 now realistically is the best we can do. We had the chance there to cut the gap on Roma and we failed to do it. So moving on, third and final game of today's episode on the back of back-to-back losses. I'm not feeling confident. Man City away in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. We must score, otherwise we are heading home after what has been, to be fair, a very impressive first season in European football. I can't believe as well, hadn't lost a single game since January. An amazing undefeated run, then back-to-back losses. Sickening. But yeah, second leg, and again, we need to score tonight, otherwise we are heading home, and this will be our team. We'll stay with the Gegenpress, but quite a lot of change on the back of the weekend loss to Udinese, and yeah, the boys are a little bit tired at the moment, so I feel like I need to make these changes for fitness reasons, really, with Fiorentina at home on Sunday. So this will be our team. Wardera's in goal, back four is Pescucci, was so impressive in the first leg, starting left back again, alongside Parola, Sistana, and Barbieri as well. Storaro, Bassoli, and Gavoni, the young man we signed from Inter Milan, starting in the deep line playmaker role. Haven't played him much, but he's got great stats. And on the wing, Salcedo and Del Monte with Sebastiano up top. On the bench, Mola, Armini, Emerson, Viviani, Picardi, Franchi, and Patagna as well. Third and final game, must score, otherwise it's over for Brescia. To be fair, if you would have said to me that, you know, we'd go to the Champions League quarterfinals in our first season of this competition with this youthful Brescia team that have very little European experience, never would have believed you. You know, to have thrashed Atletico Madrid, to have made it through a group with Spurs, RB Leipzig, and Shakhtar Donetsk as well. I mean, this has been, no matter how you look at it, a very impressive first taste of European football for Brescia. But unfortunately, does look as though it's going to come to an end here in the quarterfinals. First chance falling 22 minutes in, and it will come to Man City as well. If they get an early goal, we are in a lot of trouble. Frenkie de Jong finds Kevin De Bruyne as the Dutch midfielder plays that wide to Max Aarons, formerly of Norwich City, beats Pescucci and hits it in to the side netting, still goalless. The body language isn't very good either, which is always a concern for me, you know that. As De Jong beats Del Monte, steps in field, cross, headed clear by Sistani, will drop straight to Phil Foden, who can strike him. He'll find a Brazilian, and Bernardo Silva puts it just wide of the post. Man City going for the dagger. They are going for the kill. They want this tie over, and they don't want to leave it to chance. Vescucci just hoofs it long and gets the danger clear. Bill drops straight to Tagliafico, and here they come again. Raheem Sterling cross blocks. Del Monte picks it up, and be careful, be careful, be careful. Over. I like the fact they listen to me when I say play out of defence, but sometimes common sense just needs to take over. Hoof it if you're in doubt. Although to be fair for Odero as well, what on earth was that positioning about? I saw that coming before it happened. He just stepped to the left and gave Sterling so much space at the near post there, and the former Liverpool man obliged. Man City in front, ties over now. We need two. I don't think we'll even get one. Free kick, De Jong to take, and fabulous save by Odero to keep us in the tie for now. What a stop there by our number 24, as it is still 1-0, but that is Emil Odero in a nutshell. It'll cost you a goal, and then he'll make a miraculous save. You live by Odero, you die by Odero. I used to say that like every other episode with Andre Onana and my Cardiff save. I never thought I'd have a goalkeeper like him ever again, but that is exactly what Odero is. He's like a carbon copy of Andre Onana. It's just crazy how good he is on occasion, and then sometimes just the most glaring of errors happen with him in goal, and it's so frustrating. But I do love doing the Mark Jackson quotes again, I can't lie. Mama, there goes that man. Anyway, second half to begin. Still down by 2 over 2 legs. If we get an early goal here... Oh, as Esposito ripples the side of the net, we'd still be in it. But we got to get an early goal. We can't leave it too late. Foden with Storaro jockeying down this left-hand side. Crosses to the middle, and Haaland heads it in. Beats his Stanner in the air, and that will do it now. Norwegian strike with the second. 3-0 over 2 legs. It is over. We're going home. We're starting to capitulate now, starting to fall apart. Tagliafico's cross, his Stanner doesn't do a very good job, and Phil Foden makes it 3 on the night and 4 over 2 legs. Don't lose your discipline now, lads. Don't let it become embarrassing. Young teams, they capitulate. Said it so many times before, and here we go again. 12 minutes remaining, and Man City are looking to make a statement here against this young Brescia team. We're waving the white flag, but they're showing no mercy. Sterling makes it 4. My God, lads, calm it down. 11 games without a loss, and now 3 on the bounce for Brescia. Our Cinderella story in the Champions League ends here at the Etihad Stadium, which I expected would be the case. Heads held high though, despite the battering in this second leg. We were so close to a goalless draw in the first leg, and I got to say as well, it was just one of those days. It really wasn't that we were battered, absolutely torn apart. But regardless, 4-0 the final score, final over 2 legs. And to be fair, in the first season of the Champions League, if you would say to me, we reached the quarter-finals, get to the last 8, I would have taken that every day of the week. Heads held high, went way further than I thought we would. Heads held high. We get 9 mil for reaching this stage as well. And like I talked about it before, man, I know we've been taken over now, so our finances are not as obscure as they were earlier in the series. You know, this is the impact of playing in the Champions League. The income you generate is just so much higher than the Serie A. Like I said last season, for winning the title in the Serie A, we only got 4 mil. We got 9 mil for just reaching the quarterfinals alone. Plus the money we got for the group stage and the last round too. It's so vital we stay in the Champions League. We can only do that if we keep on winning though. On the back of the lost to Udinese, we really need to pick ourselves up. I think the title now is probably gone, but we must get ourselves back on track quickly if we are to stay in the top 4. So that was today's episode of Club and Country, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode. Let's make it a penultimate episode of the season as well, and reach the end of season 5 now. We'll do Atalanta at home and Roma away in 2 massive clashes there between 2 of the top 6, and then we'll do the series finale afterwards, season finale afterwards, sorry, with the Inter and Milan doubleheader as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for another episode of Club and Country season 5 very soon.